Good morning students. So this is class 12th physics and I'll be discussing the test solution of chapter number 3. Okay, so the first question is when the balance point is not obtained on the potentiometer wire. So the answer is if the fall of potential across the potentiometer wire is less than the potential difference that is to be balanced by the potentiometer wire, in that case the balance point would not be obtained. Second question says when the potential difference of a cell will exceed its EMF. As you know, EMF is greater than the terminal potential difference by this equation V is equals to E minus IR. But in this question, it is asked when V will be greater than E. So this is only possible when the cell is being charged, because see, when the cell is charged, current will flow in opposite direction. So this I will become minus I. So the overall equation will become V is equals to E plus IR. So in this case, V will become greater than E. So this is only possible when the cell is charged. Okay, so in third question, it is there कि when you connect the resistance in series combination, the resistance is more, and for parallel combination, resistance is less. Why? See, because as I have connected these three resistances in series, now the overall length of this has increased. And as you know, resistance is directly proportional to length, therefore resistance is increased. For this parallel combination, the area is increasing. And as you know, resistance is inversely proportional to area, so therefore resistance is decreased in parallel combination and more in series combination. In fourth question, it is given that there is a wire of 8 ohm resistance and it is bound in the form of a circle. Then you have to calculate the equivalent resistance between A and B. Now, as you can see, when you will bound it in the form of a circle, you will be having two parts between A and B, and because this AB is nothing but diameter, so these two parts will be equal. And as the length is reduced to half, that means its resistance will be 8 by 2, that is 4. And its resistance will also be 4. Now these two are two resistances which are connected in parallel combination because both the ends are connected. So just use the formula of parallel combination, that is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Then the equivalent resistance will come to be 2 ohms. Okay, so the fifth question says what is the basic purpose for the connecting the cells in series and parallel combination? So the cells are connected in series combination to get maximum voltage, and they are connected in parallel combination to get maximum current. So this is the basic purpose. Okay, so next is question number 6. It says that you have a wire. It is stretched to double its length. Okay, so first of all, the resistance of the wire is given to be 15 ohms. Let us suppose its initial length is L and area is A. So we can say rho L by A is 15 ohms. Now length is increased to double by stretching it. So as you know, volume remains constant, so its area will become A by 2. Now we have, and then it is divided into two parts. So now we have two wires of length L and area A by 2. Now both of them are connected in parallel combination across a battery of 3 volt. Okay, so these are two which are connected in parallel combination. So now let us calculate what is the resistance of one single wire. So it will be rho L into area, that is A by 2. So as you know, rho L by A is nothing but 15 ohms. So just put the value 15 into 2, that will be 30 ohms. So this means these two resistances are of 30 ohms and they are connected in parallel. So now you can easily calculate the equivalent capacitance. It will come to be, equivalent resistance. It will come to be 15 ohms. Voltage is given to be 3 volts. So I will be equal to V by R, that is 3 by 15. So the answer will be 1 by 5 amperes. In question number 7, you have to calculate equivalent resistance of this circuit. Now see, this 3 and this 7 are connected in series. So this will be 10. Now this 10 and 10 are again connected in parallel. So this will be 5 ohms. And one more thing, you have to calculate the capacitance, resistance between A and B. So now as you can see, all the three lines of these resistances are connected between A and B. So it is nothing but we have to calculate overall equivalent resistance. Okay, so this 10 and 10 are in parallel, so you will get 5 ohms. Now this 5 ohm and this 5 ohm are again in series combination, so that will give you 10 ohm. Again this 10 and this 10 will be in parallel, so that will give you 5 ohms. So answer is 5 ohm. Next is question number 8, in which a graph is given to you and you have to identify the region of negative resistance and the region where Ohm's law is followed. Now clearly see in the region BC, V and I are directly proportional to each other. That is, as V is increasing, current is also increasing, and this is nothing but Ohm's law. So in BC region, Ohm's law is followed. Okay. Now for negative resistance, see DE. As voltage is increasing, current is decreasing. That is, it is becoming negative. So that means resistance is negative. So for DE region, resistance will be negative. And one more thing, OB is not a straight line graph. It is a curved graph. But as you know, for Ohm's law, the device follows linear relation. So only BC represents Ohm's law here. Okay. In ninth question, you are given two wires which have same diameter, and it is given that number density of electrons in A is twice as that of B. Okay, so now we have to calculate the ratio of their drift velocities. So you know I is equals to NEAVD. If I am right, and one more thing, the two wires are connected in series. That means current for both of them will remain same. So let us write down this equation for wire A. So I will remain I. This is NAE. Area is nothing but pi RA square into VDA. So now because we are given same diameter, so now, as you know, radius is diameter, half of diameter. So just put the value of radius here. So NAE pi, radius is d, square of radius will be d square upon 4 into VDA. I am dividing this equation by the equation for B wire. So I will remain same. NB E pi dB square upon 4 into VDB. So I will cancel out, E pi will cancel out, and because dA is equals to dB, so this term will also cancel out. So from here you will get 1 is equals to NA upon NB into VDA upon VDB, or you can write it as VDA upon VDB is equals to NB upon NA, and in question NA is given to be 2 times of NB. That means the answer will be 1 by 2. Okay, so the next is question number 10th. In that figure, in this question, figure is given to you and it is given that potential of A is 0. Then you have to calculate the potential at B. Okay, so from here 3 ampere is flowing and from here 1 ampere is flowing. So easily you can say from this line 2 ampere would be flowing, right? That is in arm DC 2 ampere would be flowing. So VA is given to be 0 in question, and VD minus VC will be 2 into 2, that is 4, that is I into R. Okay, now let us use the line ACDB. So in this line, VA plus 2 minus VC, see why minus, because see it is connected to positive terminal, so VA is positive, VC is negative. Similarly here VD is positive, VB is negative. Okay, so VA plus 2 minus VC plus 4 because we are going in opposite direction of current, minus 4 because we are going in opposite direction, then plus VD, again plus 4 minus VB is equals to 0. VA is given to be 0 only, this 4 and this 4 will cancel out, so you will be left with 2 minus VC plus VD is equals to VB. Now VD minus VC is 4 volts, so just put the value. So 2 minus 4 will be VB, so VB will come to be minus 2 volts. In question number 11, you are given a voltmeter of resistance 500 ohm and it is used to calculate the EMF of a cell whose internal resistance is 4 ohm. Then you have to calculate the percentage error in the reading of voltmeter. Okay, so now you know V is equals to E minus IR and the current in the circuit is E upon total resistance, that is R plus internal resistance small r. Okay, so from here if I calculate E minus V, this E minus V is nothing but del E. See, because percentage error, you know del E upon E into 100 is percentage error. So I am calculating del E. So del E is nothing but E minus V. So that means del E is E minus V is equals to IR. Put the value of I from here. So E minus V is IR. So I is E upon R plus R into R. Now percentage error will be del E upon E into 100. Del E is nothing but R upon capital R plus small r. And E will cancel out. Obviously this E and this E will cancel out into 100. So now you know the value of small r and capital R. So just put the values. You will get the answer to be 0.8%. So this is the percentage error in the reading. Okay, so the next is question number 12. In that it is given that this is a circuit and AB is a wire of length 1 meter and its resistance is 10 ohm. Then you have to calculate potential gradient along wire and the balance length AO. So now let us suppose I current is flowing in the circuit due to the driver cell, capital I, and small I is flowing due to this experimental cell in this circuit. Okay. So first of all, to calculate potential gradient along wire, let us calculate this current I. So I will be V, that is 2 upon total resistance, that is 15, and its resistance is given to be 10. So 15 plus 10, that will be 2 by 25 amperes. So now if you know the current across this wire, through this wire, you can calculate potential drop of AB. So V of AB is equals to I into R, that is 10 ohm. So this will be 0.8 volt. So remember, this is not potential gradient, this is just the potential. So to calculate potential gradient, you know the formula V is equals to KL. So V, as we have calculated, is 0.8. K we have to calculate, that is potential gradient, and length of wire is given to be 1 meter. So from here, potential gradient will come to be 0.8 volt per meters. For next part, you have to calculate the balance point AO. So for that, let us calculate the current in experimental circuit. In that, the voltage is 1.5. See, the voltage is 1.5 and 1.2 ohms and 0.3 ohms are connected in series. So the total resistance will be addition of that. Okay. So I will come to be 1 amperes from this. Now to calculate potential across AO, we will be using IR. So I is 1 and resistance is 0.3 ohms. So as you can see in this circuit, the potential across AO will be due to this resistance because current is flowing like this. Okay. So VAO will come to be 0.3 volts. Now again V is equals to KL. We have to calculate L, that is length of AO. So that will be VAO, that is 0.3 volts, and K, that is 0.8, which we have calculated in first part. Multiply by 100 because I am converting it into centimeters. So the answer will come to be 37.5 centimeters.